Okie dokie. Hello, everyone. Hope you are all doing fantastic. Welcome to tonight's stream. We're taking a brief break from Death Stranding to check out a game that was actually brought to my attention by the publisher, by the studio, called Upwards Reign: The Post Office of Farewells. So, they reached out and gave me a pre-access Steam key, and I will quickly let you know a little bit about the game. So, it is a adventure puzzle game, and we are playing the role of Rain, who is a rookie postbird, and she is going to be helping Milla navigate the post, the mortem post. That's what it's called, where receives and delivers letters from those who have passed on. Milla is searching for the final letter from somebody who seemingly never existed. So that seems like a pretty interesting premise. Let's get to it. And also, thank you very much, Art, for resubscribing for a whole 2 years. My God, I can't believe people have been giving me money for 2 years. That's pretty wild to think about. Okie dokie, let's get started. So I've gone ahead and done some brief stuff. I'm gonna turn the music up a little bit, I think. All right. This game has partial voice acting, so thankfully I don't have to read everything myself, but I think there'll be plenty to read. Let us get going. Far from the hustle and bustle of the capital of Alchemica lies a small coastal village by the name of Vitae. In the mornings, those who live near Earthfoot residences are awoken by the scent of fresh bread being baked and cloth being spun, magic imbued with every creation. Throughout the day, Seaborn work tirelessly, the hammering of nails and sawing of wood being telltale signs of their presence. Though few in number, you can seemingly find one just about anywhere you go. As the sun sinks low, the sparkbounds make themselves known, the quiet humming of their devices serving as a familiar ambiance as well as a promise that tomorrow will awaken to some new manner of convenience or innovation, though whether it'll last until the following sunset is always an uncertainty. However, on the far eastern outskirts of the village, there lies a place that seldom makes a sound. A gargantuan tree, climbing so high into the heavens that the clouds hide its canopy from view. And at its base, Mortem Post, a modest little post office the Gale kind call their home. Yes, Ocean, the game's press kit included a hat for VTubers. So it means Pika has to sit on the shoulder for one. But we're doing good. Good to see you. Mortem Post, the village of Vitae. The chime of a small bell tied to the entrance rings out through the empty building, just as it had done for the past 20 days. And just as they had done the past 20 days, two steps of footsteps follow soon after, belonging to a young Seaborn girl and the botanist who, until moments ago, was tending to the tree's exterior. While the scent of wood is overpowering to most on their first visit, the girl still seems to struggle with it even after several weeks of daily check-ins. The office being situated in a tree's interior makes it inescapable, with no windows they can open to mitigate it.
Rain, you're on shift today. We've got a visitor.
Though the back doors conceal much, they can't disguise the fluttering and trembling as a flighty little courier clumsily barrels forth, eventually opening the door with a slam.
Hi! Hello! I'm here!
Good morning. I was half worried you'd still be in bed.
Nope, wide awake. Just like every other day.
Ah, of course, of course. And you simply didn't hear the bell ring since you were too engrossed in your morning duties, I trust?
Well, a courier's work is never done.
All too true.
I fell for it again. Missouri is so easy to trick.
Anyway, I'll leave the both of you to it. There's still some branches that need trimming out front, and I'd like that sorted before the day's deliveries.
With a wave, Missouri makes their leave, the chime of the bell above the door marking the end of the conversation and the start of Rain's current task. She finally turns to Mortem Post's guess, her smile instinctively dropping as she does so.
Oh, it's her again. I've only had front desk duty a few times the past little while, but it's always gone the same way. Her name is Mila. She's expecting a letter. I say what the protocol tells me to say, and tell her that no, it hasn't arrived yet, and no, I can't double check. She leaves the post office looking super sad, which makes me feel sad too.
The little courier shakes the thought from her mind, a stray feather or two coming loose and floating away in the process. Once the ruffling stops, a smile returns to her face.
It's okay. Just stick to the script, Rain. Word for word. Kale will get mad if you don't. Hello, welcome to Mortem Post. What's your business with us today, miss? I think a letter from my friend should have arrived by now. It hasn't been delivered yet, though. I see. Can I get your name? It's Mila.
Rain dips 2 of her wing feathers in ink and scribbles down the date and Mila's name on the list they keep behind the desk. She wonders how helpful this rule can be as she wipes the remaining ink off with the nearby rag, when the entire page is filled with nothing but Mila's name.
Okay, I've got your name written down. We'll look into it as soon as we're able, but unfortunately, if it hasn't arrived at this time, there's a chance we haven't gotten it in yet. Are you sure? You can't check in the back just in case? It's been a long time. This part is always the hardest. I can't. Sorry, miss. Yeah, I know. I shouldn't have. I.
The girl goes off script, turning away to hide the tears starting to well in her eyes before she says goodbye.
I'm sorry for bothering you. I won't come back tomorrow. Promise. Is she crying? I know she's always been sad about it, but this feels way worse.
Something in Rain feels heavy, as if she had somehow swallowed a paperweight, tying up and twisting her insides before settling in her heart. Watching Mila drag her feet towards the door, a single thought enters Rain's mind, spurring her to jump over the desk and speak up before the bell had its chance. If Kale never learns that I broke a rule, that's basically the same as not breaking a rule at all.
Wait!
Mila jumps so high it would put any self-respecting courier's flight to shame. Thankfully, however, she stays in place once grounded again. Rain leans in, bringing her voice down to a whisper.
I'm gonna ask something, but you can never, ever tell anyone I said anything, okay? Okay. The rules say I can't go back and check for you, but what if you went back and checked for you? Then we'd be fine. Aren't there any rules about letting me back there? We wouldn't be whispering right now if there wasn't, right? She's good. Well, even if there is, it'll only be for a little bit. We just gotta be quick and quiet. And if I'm going to break one rule, I at least want it to be the one where she gets to see it for herself. If it won't get you in trouble. It won't! We'll be super sneaky and be back here before you know it. You're Rain, That's what Mizore called you earlier. Yeah, and you're Mila.
Mila offers a small smile, a new and exciting experience for Rain.
Thank you, Rain. No problem. Let's get moving.
To Rain, the back of the post office is a familiar, comforting place. The same is true for most of all the Gale kind, the insular people rarely leaving their nests save for when their work requires as much. For Mila, however, she feels as if she's stepping into an entirely new world as she catches her first glimpses of the interior. An abundance of natural light provided by the numerous windows to the outside provide her with more than enough opportunity to take her surroundings in. An infinite cascade of colorful letters floats slowly down from the eternally tall tree, the messages from their departed reminiscent of confetti for a never-ending festivity. She looks upwards towards their source, following a trail of stairways, perches, and doors along the outer edges of the trunk. It doesn't take long for her eyes to reach their destination, a giant net several stories above, colored as a rainbow through the gaps of rope. To be a courier, the ground floor.
Welcome to Mortem Post. Again. Wow. I know! It's the best place in the whole world! How high up does it go? I asked Grandma the same thing once. She's the postmaster, but even she didn't know. So I guess the answer is just, really, really high. Oh. How do you avoid getting lost in a place so big? Well, the world outside the tree is bigger. How do you avoid getting lost out there? Oh,
The Seaborn fidgets in place, a small hint of red tinting her cheeks.
Well, don't worry. I know this place like the back of my wing. The ground level, anyway. Okay, I'll follow you as best I can. Please don't fly away, though. I know you Seaborn can't fly with those noodle arms. It's fine. Anyway, let's get going then. We'll find your cubby in no time.
Rain, you can't call them noodle arms. That's disrespectful. Did you learn nothing in bird sensitivity class? Rain does a quick about-face, her cloak muffling the ruffle of her wings beneath, and begins marching to the opposite side of the room, with Mila following close behind. Rain occasionally catches some letters midair and skims the name before filing them away in her cloak.
All of the envelopes are really colorful compared to the usual mail we get. Yep, Grandma says she thinks it's so the letters stand out more and don't get lost. She thinks? If she doesn't know for sure, then a real answer just doesn't exist. She knows everything there is to know about this place. Isn't it kind of scary to work at a place where no one knows how things work? Nah, I think it's cool.
The small talk between the two continues as they round one corner and then another. Eventually, the two find themselves in a large room with numerous outgoing boxes, one for each person in vitae. Rain takes her time filing away the letters she intercepted on her way over, starting from the bottom just as she was taught, while Mila is much more anxious to find her own box. Eventually, with her other letters put in their rightful places, Rain stops in front of a cubby. Mila assumes it must be hers, even if the vertical writing is unreadable to her. Rain gestures with her wing, confirming her hunch.
It's empty. Yeah, I'm sorry. But at least now you know, right? Oh no. I'm sorry. What for? It's not your fault that nothing's there. Mom told me that Dandelight wasn't going to send me anything and I needed to stop bothering the post office workers. I lied and said I was going out to play instead. Her mom said her friend wouldn't have anything to tell her? That's so mean. Why would she say something like that, just because it's been a long time?
No, I don't think so. She said the same thing at the start, too.
That's so cruel. Were you and Dandelion super close?
Yeah, Andy and I did everything together. She was my best friend. I thought I was hers, too, but she would have said something by now, wouldn't she?
I'm sure she cared about you a ton. Please don't cry. Sometimes things just take a while to find their way out of the office. Dandelion's letter must be around here somewhere.
Anytime she makes that little wee 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 wee, I like to imagine that it's her ear wings flapping back and forth really fast.
Mom said they usually come fast when I asked her, though.
Yeah, well, are you gonna listen to your mom or someone who works here? What's she know?
While Rain thinks it's a clever point, Mila's tears don't stop. The little courier looks upwards, searching for some sort of miracle solution that would ease her new friend's mind. And there, she spots a door that gives her the beginnings of an idea.
I know somewhere else we can look.
Really? And you think it'll be there?
For sure, but we've gotta grab some things first. Ta-da! Home sweet home!
You live in the post office?
Of course, all of us do. The mail never stops, so neither can we.
Wow, you couriers are really cool.
The coolest ever. Oh, well, let's get looking before someone shows up. We should find a cloak first. I think I left one in my laundry basket.
Your dirty laundry basket?
They're all clean, don't worry. Kale keeps telling me to fold my clothes and put them away, but it's easier to just leave them in there. I don't really get it.
Find a disguise. Use stamps to reach the top. In your adventure through Mortem Post, you'll use Rain's trusty stamp collection to puzzle your way out of situations. Select a stamp using Select a stamp using left click, enter, or the A button. Next, place a stamp in an open spot using the same button. You can also go back to the stamp selection by pressing the right mouse button, back, or the B button. Finally, select send. Be sure to try lots of different combinations and good luck on your ascent. Yep. Oh, okay, it wants me to inspect. Anything else we can click around here? No, but I guess we can take a look at what else she's got. Lots and lots of books and journals and clothes, envelopes, a nice comfy nest, and also plushies. Nice bunny, doggy, cat, very nice. Inspect basket, send.
What? Nothing? I really remember leaving it in here.
You sure like that dress design a lot.
Oh, since we don't leave the tree much, we order all of our clothes in big batches. I thought that's what they did outside, too.
Not really. Mom and I live next to Bell House. Oh, sorry. A little Earthwood clothcraft shop. So we get new clothes all the time. Mom says it's important since we don't have any magic like everyone else does.
Oh, yeah! Big Sis told me about that. Did you know the magic you get from your clothes and food is what makes the letters come down from the top of the tree?
Oh, I don't really like the apple treats they bring over for picnics, but maybe I should try and eat them more.
I like your clothes, though. They're super pretty.
Thank you. Dandy liked them too. Mom even made her a bandana by cutting up one of my old vests. She wore it every day. Until...
Whoa, looking.
What if we inspect the basket again?
Aha!
Second time's the charm. Nothing. Joke! It was just a joke. Please say something. What about the third time?
Aha!
No. Let's look at the desk. This is my desk. I was practicing writing up until way late last night.
What if...
It's a lot cleaner than I thought it would be. What's that supposed to mean? Anyway, no cloak here. Let's keep looking. If we do it again. No. Inspect the drawers.
There it is! Okay, Mila, put it on. It may be a little big. Sorry.
It's okay.
Ah, the bow is the hardest part. Here, let me help. Well, it's a start, but we need to find you some barding. Your feet are a dead giveaway.
Oh, sorry.
Don't apologize for that. Can't really remember where I left my spare barding. Guess I'll just have to search every nook and cranny.
What if we inspect the drawers again?
Nope.
What about the laundry basket? I'm sorry.
Nuh-uh.
Nothing here. I guess that makes sense. Inspect Mila. Thank you again for helping me. You're welcome, but you don't need to thank me until after we find your letter.
Rain.
But you're already doing so much. I wanted to say it even if we don't. We will. Don't worry. Please don't cry. I hope. Inspect hat. My favorite hat. I already know the first stamp I'm going to put on it when I get promoted. Inspect bed. Ah, there's nothing like throwing off my cloak and barding after a long day and just collapsing into my nest. Actually, where is yesterday's barding?
I've looked everywhere. I know there has to be a spare set of barding somewhere in here.
It's okay. I really appreciate you trying anyway.
No, wait. We can still find it. Don't give up yet.
But we've checked everywhere.
That's what I thought too, but then I remembered my secret. Behold, my stamp collection! This is where I put all of my favorites. Their designs are so cool. They sometimes inspire me to think outside the box.
Well, if they help...
Okay, we now inspect the stuffed animals.
Aha!
Oh, Mila, want to meet my friends? Huh?
Meet Ollie, Mills, and Cappy!
Oh, hello? Mizora and Big Sis got them for me last year. Sis said they were only gonna get one, but they all look like a big family together.
Wow.
Lucky. I think they do too, though. Alright. Now we can look. Below basket? Oh, maybe it fell out and it's underneath? Nope, darn it. Really thought that'd be it. Underneath the stuffed animals. You didn't take my barding, did you? Sorry for not believing you. Below Mila.
Rain?
What are you... Just making sure you weren't stepping on it. Upwards, Mila? Look, this is my favorite stamp in my entire collection.
Wow.
Oh, it's nice. Isn't it? I think the long shape is super cool, and the colors are so pretty. Oh, sorry. We should keep looking around. Okay. Okay, so if it's blue, we've already seen it. Oh, okay. So you can only upwards certain things. Upwards basket. Well, it couldn't hurt to check just one more.
Rain.
Never mind. Okay. Below hat. Why would you keep your barding in your hat? I don't know. Maybe it just fell in without me noticing somehow? Did it? Let's keep looking. Okay, so we're at upwards, so it's below. Below bed, below desk, below dresser. Let's check. Below bed.
There! Barding! Finally!
Wow, you weren't kidding about your stamps.
Nope! Here, quick, put them on!
Didn't you already wear these yesterday?
It's fine! I didn't do much yesterday! And they're super small! And they just go around your ankles!
Okay.
Looking good! We're almost there!
There's more?
Of course! What self-respecting courier doesn't have a hat? I don't really have a spare, though. Oh! We have a storage room where we keep old uniforms. Maybe I could...
Rain, are you in your room again?
Ah! What's Missouri doing here?
Oh, what are we going to do?
Need to come up with something fast! Think, Rain!
Bestow, Milla. Hide rain.
Where are you going?
Cover for me, okay?
Can I go back? No.
Here, for now.
This'll work.
How will that help?
Just trust me.
Uh-huh. I thought I heard you in heat.
What are you doing? Say something.
Oh, like what?
What do you mean, like what? A name! Any name!
Are you okay, miss? The wind doesn't often make for a good conversation partner.
No, I mean, yes. I'm fine. Sorry. My name is Mila.
A pleasure to meet you, Mila. A new courier, I assume? Your face is an unfamiliar one.
Yes. Today is my first day.
Well then, welcome aboard. I'm looking for the girl whose room you're currently exploring. Might you know where she is? It's high time she got back to her tasks.
You mean Rain? She's been showing me around, but she had to step out for a bit.
Leaving a new recruit wandering aimlessly about without a guide? That won't do. Let me go find her for you. If all else fails, I'd be happy to guide you myself.
Oh, thank you. Sorry for the trouble.
Never a bother. A courier should never hesitate to ask for help, nor provide it. Won't be but a moment.
Wow, good job, Mila.
I feel like my heart is going to explode.
What? No way! You look totally natural. They didn't suspect a thing.
Thank you.
now that they're out there looking for me, I can't really sneak out and find you a hat anymore.
If you tell me where it is, maybe I can.
No way! If Missouri spots you, they're going to take you on that tour! You'll be an official employee! What if they make you work at the post office forever?
I can't do that. Mom is going to get worried if I'm not home before dark. What do we do?
This would be so much easier if Missouri wasn't so... helpful! Missouri is really helpful!
Yeah?
Listen! Why don't we just have Missouri get you a hat?
Do you think they'd really do that?
Sure, so long as they don't know it's for you. Let's think of a plan. First of all, we gotta make sure Missouri doesn't see us together. They think we're split up right now, and they'll for sure figure things out if they find both of us, and only you, have a hat.
If you showed up without a hat and just asked for a new one, maybe they'd just get one for you.
Nah, they'd want to know why I lost it. Maybe that'd work if we could convince them that it's really lost, though? Something to show them we really need the help.
When my mom says it's going to rain, I always try and help her with the laundry so we can take it in quickly. Something like that?
Yeah, anything that will get them to agree to help quick. The trick is to not give them time to think about it.
Okay. I'll help where I can. Just let me know.
Let's see what we can do then.
Okie dokie. Bestow bookshelf. Wow, you've got a lot of books in some of these drawers. Oh, those? You can take a couple if you want. They're just old stories Grandma used to read me. Really? Well, if you don't mind. What's wrong?
I don't think so.
These are all written in your Galekine writing. I can't read these at all. Oh, sorry. Upwards basket. Oh, I see, okay. Inspect rain. I can't believe you get to change your clothes so often. I'm jealous. How often does the post office get new clothes? Only once a cycle, usually. I'll be wearing this dress for a while.
What if...
Oh, maybe next time you're in the village we can visit Bell House together. I'll save up my allowance to help you get something if you want. You mean it? You're the best! Now I have to find that letter. Good thing I didn't get promoted yet, or else the stamp would have made it too obvious that it was my hat.
Maybe...
Oh, are you expecting one soon? No point standing around like this. We gotta hurry.
Rain?
Do you want to talk over things again? You're looking a little unsure. Oh, I'm good. Nah, just a bit of nerves. I'm okay. If you're sure. Inspect the basket. Are you feeling okay? You're looking kind of pale. They are? Huh? Oh, don't worry about them. They're just a bit of a worrywart and stresses out a bunch. Maybe they just need a change of scenery. Oh, okay. I hope you feel better soon, Ollie. Bestow rain. Are we taking back her hat?
Can I have my hat back, please?
Okay. It's just... Are you sure this is a good idea? Won't Missouri get suspicious if they see me without one?
Well, maybe you should keep it after all.
Can hide Mila. Actually, we can hide everyone. Can hide stuffed animals.
If you three have any ideas, I'd love to hear them. Cappy is usually so chatty.
They probably just don't want to get in trouble either.
Ah, that's it. What if we hid them? We could say they ran away and took my hat with them.
If you think that would work.
I'd feel kind of bad removing them from their little home. Maybe not.
We can't throw them under the bus like that. What can we upwards? Upwards desk. You've got a lot of art things. Yeah, this stamp was made by someone in some kind of contest. I want to make one too one day, so I've been practicing.
I think that's good.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. I really love drawing too.
I could perch up there and say I'm looking for a hat when Missouri comes back. They'd feel so bad for me. They'd be sure to help get another one.
Is getting on top of tall things really that dangerous when you can just fly?
You could go up there instead if you want.
No thanks. Your plan sounds a lot better, actually.
Actually, maybe not. Let's think about things a little more.
Let's consider the options.
Okay.
Hide desk? Oh, one of us could hide under there.
I don't think so.
My knees would start to hurt if I had to crouch under there too long. Really? You can't fly, you can't bend your legs for a long time? Next to telling me you can't sleep with one eye open. Sorry. Ah, it's fine. Either way, this plan is a no-go. Let's keep thinking. What was Upward's basket?
Your story about the laundry gave me an idea.
Please don't say that while looking so scarily at that basket.
What if we just flipped it and made a giant mess?
How would that help?
Oh, we could say that we looked everywhere for the hat and just really can't find it. The room being messy will help convince them.
So long as you have a plan.
I want to, more than anything. I'm not sure Mila is entirely convinced, though. Maybe later.
Okay. Hide. What if we hide the hat?
There! Hidden safely away in my cloak. Now neither of us have a hat.
It's genius, right? You're a genius.
Is that a good thing? Are you sure this is a good idea? Won't Missouri get suspicious if they see me without one?
Maybe you should keep...
Oops. My bad. I didn't realize control skips.
Are you...
maybe you should keep it after all.
Hide Mila.
I think you should hide. Are you ready, Mila?
I think so. Are you sure everything is ready?
Well...
Okay. So we've got time. Hide basket. Would hiding the basket do anything? With the way you keep glancing at it, I think the basket would be safer if it was hidden from you. What's that supposed to mean? It's not like I'm gonna flip it over.
I don't think so.
Okay, alright. Alright. I've got the plan. I think. Let's make a mess.
Your story about... What?
How would...
Oh!
So...
Woohoo! Here it goes! There! Super convincing!
I hope it isn't too much of a hassle for you to clean up later.
Now we can hide. We can hide Rain.
I'm gonna be the one hiding. Are you ready, Mila?
I think so. Are you sure everything is ready? We still have a little bit of time before they come back to double check things.
Well, it can't hurt to think things over one more time.
No, we haven't inspected the desk.
Paper, some ink.
let's keep considering the options.
I'm not really following.
Oh, it's okay. Like I said, it was a bad idea anyway.
I didn't say that. I just said I didn't get it. Just let me think about it a little more.
Got a couple more options to consider. Bookshelf. There's a bunch of knickknacks in here, but nothing that'll help, I think. Hey, we've inspected everything. Hiding things. Okay, let's make the posters. Why not? Sure.
Oh, I get it! You're a genius, Mila! Do you want to do the honors? I've got some wax colors in one of the drawers if you don't want to get your fingers messy.
You really think so? Okay. I can make us some posters if you're sure.
You're the best! Just say when you want me to hide.
Okay. And then I guess we're hiding, Rainy. Let's do it.
I'm gonna be the one hiding. Are you ready, Mila?
I think so. Are you sure everything is ready? We still have a little bit of time before they come back to double check things.
Let's do it.
Ready as I'll ever be.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting. Rain is proving especially elusive to... Oh, dear. It looks like a hurricane came through here. Did you do this?
I didn't. I mean, I'm sorry.
There. No need to cry. How about you join me outside for some fresh air?
Okay. Can I have her do the posters and then hide? I don't think I can.
I think you should.
I don't think so.
But if I hide, I won't be able to finish this. Shoot, that's right. I need to hide for this to work. Okay.
Rain?
Oh no, I don't want to talk over things. My cat.
What? Maybe. Maybe.
Is there a way to redo...
I'm gonna be the.
I think so.
Okay, I don't think I can cancel out of this. So let's just try this without upturning the laundry basket.
Ready as I'll ever be.
I'm back.
Oh, hello.
What have you got there? I'd recognize Rain's art style anywhere. And this is most certainly not it.
Rain's been looking for her hat, so I thought maybe I'd make some posters to help find it.
Look at you, stepping up to help a coworker. And on your first day, no less. What say you to hanging these up around the office together? I'm sure Rain will appreciate the gesture. And I'd be glad to post them on the hire purchase.
Really? That would help a lot.
Of course. After me, then. And stay close now.
I don't think she's coming back.
Oops! Okay.
You're what?
How? So.
There.
And now we hide Mila.
I think you should hide. Are you ready, Mila?
I think so. Are you sure everything is ready? We still have a little bit of time before they come back to double check things.
Ready as I'll ever be.
Aha! There you are.
Missouri, it's
Oh, no, calm down. And tell me, what's the matter?
I don't know when, or how, or why, or... Ah! I lost my hat! I've been looking everywhere, but I've just made a big mess with nothing to show for it.
There's no need to fret. Tell you what, I'll go fetch a hat from storage if you promise to have your room cleaned by the time I get back. Okay?
I promise! Thank you so much, Mizore!
Not a problem. I'm sure Mila is waiting for you somewhere, so let's not dilly-dally. It took some searching, but I found the hat you were wearing last year. It may be just a bit tight, but it'll have to do until we find your new one.
That's perfect! Thank you so much!
Of course. I'm heading back outside to finish my trimming. What's on the agenda for you now?
Got a letter I'm having trouble sorting and need to ask Big Sis about, so I'm heading up there next.
Oh, sorting woes are always a bother. I'll keep an eye on the front desk then.
Thank you so much again!
Of course. See you this evening, Rain.
Bye! Okay, we're in the clear. You can come out now, Mila. Phew. Ta-da! A hat to call your own. It's a little small for me now, but it should be perfect for you. Look at you! Mordem Post's latest courier!
I don't think I'd ever be able to work here.
Ah, come on! Everything's worked out perfectly!
Well, I do feel kind of cool wearing the entire uniform.
You should!
I feel a lot like Miss Neve. Oh, do you know about her? She's around town all the time and is super nice. She always looks amazing in hers.
Aralea, thank you so much for the raid. Oopsie daisy. What were you up to today? You were doing retro. Were you working on that Mario 64 ROM hack again? Either way, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Soroka, the Magpie Treasure Hunting VTuber, and today we're doing a special look, pre-release look at Upwards Reign, the Post Office of Farewells, which you can get for yourself by following the link pinned in the chat. Thank you so much. Hello.
What? Neve isn't cool at all. She's super lame.
Playing another Mario 64 ROM hack. That's pretty cool too. Nice. What was that one called?
Huh? Ooh, we should get going.
Okay. Where are we headed?
Mario with a shotgun suddenly because it had a Doom level? Incredible.
There's a department up above that handles letters that need some extra work to deliver. If mail is gonna get lost, it'll be there for sure.
That does sound like a good place to look.
Yep, just follow me. Onwards and upwards.
Is this a visual novel? It is like a visual puzzle novel. That's pretty cool. We use different stamps on different items to essentially perform different actions on the time the start of the week. Thank you. I hope you had a good stream as well. Whew. Anything planned for this week? Theo sent me here. Hello. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is indeed Upwards Reign, and I'm having a good time with it. Thanks so much for tuning in. We just solved the first puzzle. The ascent starts easily enough. 2 little sets of footsteps marching up the spiral stairs, in and out of connecting rooms, and up, up, up the stairs again. After some time, the footsteps fall out of sync, one trailing slightly behind. The distance between them continues to grow until eventually Rain can't hear her friend at all.
Huh? Hey, Mila, are you,
The courier turns around, quickly spotting Mila several paces behind her, back against the wall of the tree. She takes a step forward, then slowly drags her other foot upwards to match the first, before repeating the process again.
okay?
Onwards and upwards, the rainbow canopy. Mostly just retro,
I'm coming. Sorry.
because there's so many cool games. There are a ton of cool games. I hope you let us know if you have any favorites from the ones that you play.
It'll be supper by the time we get to the department at this pace. We gotta keep moving.
I'm sorry, I'm going as fast as I can. Why don't these stairs have rails? We're so high up.
Wait, that's all? There's so much space on the steps, though.
Hi, Tassa.
Besides, I heard you Seaborn could break your bones and they'll heal right back up. You'll be fine.
I don't want to break my bones. I like my bones as they are.
Jeez. You can hold on to me if you want. That way, if you fall, I could fly us right back up. Not if she's gonna hold on to my wing, but anything to help her feel better.
If you don't mind, I don't know how much higher I can go on my own.
As proof of her confidence and bravery, Rain skips downwards, extending her wings slightly to float past a few steps. She soon finds herself next to Mila, keeping one wing stretched open. The Seaborn gets the intention quickly, or perhaps is simply overeager to ground herself to another, and links her arm with Rain.
She's trembling a lot. I kind of feel bad for teasing her so much.
The art style is super cute. And then we just passed it, but there's like adventure scenes where they're like little chibis, and they're very cute there. I don't know if I'd call them chibis, but they just look a little squished.
You're safe and sound now. Are you good to keep going?
I think so. Thank you. Again.
You're welcome. Again.
And so the two continue onwards, arm and wing at a pace slower than before, but comfortable all the same.
My big sis can't fly either. Even she has to take it slower on the stairs sometimes, especially if her delivery bag is extra full.
I'll have to look at the original version. Was this a re-release of a game, or was it just like prototype art posted to like Thea's page? Unfortunately, I'm not super familiar with the game before it was brought to my attention.
I don't know how anyone could wear Kira and not know how to fly. Is she okay?
Oh, right, yes, it was like an intercompany game jam. I remember that part now. Nice. I'll have to go and take a look at it.
Yeah, she only has one wing, but she's been working here forever. So if even she has trouble sometimes, then you shouldn't.
It's unavailable now, but there should be more than a few videos on YouTube showing it off if you want to see. Oh, okay, I'll have to take a look. Thanks.
Wait, one wing? Do you mean Miss Neve? Miss Neve is your sister?
Well, we're not related, but she's my big sis.
That's so cool!
Ugh, it's not cool at all.
What do you mean? Miss Neve knows everyone in town. When she comes to drop off our mail, she can always tell if I'm feeling sad, too. It's like she's a mind reader.
It's not super hard to tell when you're sad, Mila. Psst, big deal. I can read minds, too. Better than sis, even.
Really? Can all of you do that? Oh, what am I thinking now?
How lucky you are to have such a reliable guide like me, obviously.
Oh.
Surprised? I told you I could.
Actually, I was thinking about how much cooler Miss Neve would be if she was really able to read minds all this time.
I forgot I have to be reading this. I don't have to, but I spaced out. The two continue their climb, the giant net of envelopes guiding them towards their goal. Soon enough, it is no longer a distant waymark and instead rests just below their feet.
Phew! Finally here.
The net seems so far away on the ground level.
It was far away, and now we're as far away from the ground as the net looked.
Oh, please don't say that.
Rain lets loose a laugh as they approach an unassuming mailroom door, but mutes herself as she places a feather over her mouth, bidding whisper from her companion.
Okay, so I hope she isn't here right now, but Neve is actually the head of this department.
Really? Then the letter's gotta be here. She's probably already found it.
Maybe.
Rain opens the door as slowly as she's able, remembering its dire need of some grease the last time she'd made the climb several nights before. While the door is cooperative in its silence, the view inside dashed any small victory welling within her. Within stands Neve, back turned, jotting down some notes as she files envelopes into her bag. Exercising a level of care she never uses, Rain closes the door again.
Bad news?
She's still here.
Oh, that's good. We can just ask her about it then.
If she had found it already, don't you think she would have delivered it by now? I'll try and talk to her. While I do, you should look around and see if you can find it yourself. Maybe you'll be able to recognize something about it that Sis wouldn't be able to.
You want me to sneak around in the mail? Miss Neve is nice, but we'll both get in trouble if she catches us.
I know, which is why she won't catch us.
What do you mean?
We just gotta be extra sneaky around her. How about when I say water, you know you're in the clear so you can keep searching? 'Cause water is clear. Get it? Ah! And when I say cloud, that means you need to find new cover. Because clouds cover the sky?
Water and cloud. Okay, I'll try and remember. Are you sure, though? I really don't want to get you in trouble, or for Miss Neve to get angry with me.
Big Sis doesn't scare me, so she shouldn't scare you either. Just listen close and we'll be fine, okay?
Okay.
While another careful opening of With another careful opening of the door, the two friends make their way inside, Mila quickly ducking out of sight as soon as she's able.
I can hear you back there, Droplet.
Rain shares a quick glance with Mila before heeding her big sis's invitation.
Perfect timing. Fetch my water, would ya?
What are you talking about? You already have a glass.
Yeah, but it's on the wrong side. You know I can't grab it from there.
Ugh. I'm just gonna drag the cup across her desk. If something spills, it's her own fault. One serving of water, Your Majesty.
Thanks as always, my ever-reliable retainer.
How could anyone ever think she's cool?
Come on, don't give me that look. I've got a surprise for you, actually. Check this stamp out.
Oh, I like the shapes.
I thought you might. I just found it this morning. I've got another batch to give you, too. Don't let me forget before you leave.
Oh my god. She really is the One Wing Angel. Before you know it, she's on her way to see Mother.
Thank you.
No problem. On the subject of stamps, have you put any more thought into what the first one on your hat is gonna be?
I told you already. I like the long one I have, with the stairs in the sky.
If you say so. Better than a triangle, I suppose. I still don't know what Kay was Huh?
Oh no, she's looking towards Mila. I need to tell her to hide.
Okay, water or cloud? We gotta go cloud.
Maybe one that shows a cloudy day?
Oh, like rain, you mean. Clever.
But it doesn't matter, because I still like the long one.
Sure. Your first promotion is still a long ways off, so you've got plenty of time to change your mind.
What? Nuh-uh. It's gonna happen any day now. I've been doing all of my chores right on time.
Oh, so you're off duty right now? It's still pretty early in the day.
Ugh! Okay, she's looking at me again. I should let Mila know she can keep looking now.
cloud. Got it.
I feel like there's a big, great cloud over me now.
He exists in a turnaround there. Mila needs all the time she can get. I can't make another mistake like that. I forgot to ask. Do you need a refill on water?
No? I'm fine. Thanks, though.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Anyway, where were we? Oh, right! Hey, what's with the pity party? You'd normally be ready to shout at me right about now.
Well, we got a visitor this morning.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she always seems so sad whenever she comes in asking about her missing letter.
Ah, we're talking about little Mila, I assume.
Water. Got it.
Her name definitely wasn't Water. Oh, wait, you're right. It had to have been Mila. Oops, Cloud. Uh-oh, Cloud. Wait, or was it Water?
Rain,
Sis?
pull up a branch. We've got to have a heart-to-heart about what's really going on here. You aren't as sneaky as you think you are.
Oops! Who could have seen that one coming?
What?
Yeah,
What?
come on.
I-
Huh?
Oh no. What? Okay. No need to throw water on me like that.
Hey, what's with the pity party?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Ah,
My memory's a little cloudy, but Mila sounds right. I've just been thinking about it all day, and I really want to help her somehow.
young love digging its talons into you, Droplet.
What? I bring you your water, and you're still trying to bully me? Ugh, I can't stand her.
I love how bouncy everyone is.
I agree with you, though. Poor Mila's been crying for far too long.
Do you talk to her family a lot outside of the post office?
Nearly every day I'm out in the village, yeah. Not so much in the past few weeks, though. What with the lack of outgoing mail and all.
I want to go out there more often, too. I love looking out at the water.
I'll add it to my to-do.
Really? Maybe this weekend?
I think we can make that work. Have I been forgiven for the young love thing yet?
The clouds have parted! For now.
Back to the topic at Wing, then. You may be interested to know that I've been doing some digging the past few weeks into Mila's situation.
Have you found anything?
Naturally.
What? We have to tell Mila right away then. She's been coming in every day. She's gotta be worried sick by now.
Slow down there, Droplet. What I've learned is... this one's above your pay grade.
What are you talking about?
Huh?
Oops!
Huh? What's she doing? Clouds!
You saw that too, right?
Nope, not at all.
Maybe I shouldn't let my water sit out so long.
Cloud!
Someone's found a new favorite word.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Gotta hop off, but enjoy the game. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm definitely enjoying it so far.
I've gotta get away from this. So anyway, you don't like my long stamp. Do you think the cloud one would be good? She didn't turn around?
What is going on with you today? Is something clouding your mind right now? Do you need to sit down?
Nope, no brain fog here. Brain cloud, I mean.
It's so good. Smoothest criminal ever, Rain.
Cloud.
Water! Wait, no, Cloud! Actually, didn't I just say...
Huh.
Master plan right here.
Water? Oh no! The poor stamp got ripped! It didn't even make its way back to my room. Ugh, my entire head is spinning.
Ah, I see. Sorry for sending you into a fit there. I think you misunderstood what I was trying to say. I wasn't trying to make fun of you. The fact of the matter is, Mila's case is impossible.
Huh?
Rain, I'm gonna be serious for a sec. Listen close, okay?
Okay. It feels so heavy in here all of a sudden.
When you were talking to her this morning, I presume Mila told you she was anticipating a letter from her friend, yes?
I like all of the little like face tattoos over the nose. It's very cute. I thought they all kind of would have like triangle size ones to like make it look like a beak, but Nev has one that I guess no, it doesn't really look like a beak to me. It's cute though.
Uh-huh.
Did she happen to tell you her friend's name?
Dandelion. Mila calls her Dandy, though.
Right. It's not that uncommon of a name, especially as you get closer to the capital. However, a curious little wrinkle. No one named Dandelion has ever lived in Vitae.
What? But that doesn't make any sense.
I thought the same thing, so I did a bit of extra legwork, double-checking aliases, looking through her older files, and so on.
And...
Nothing.
But you visit the village all the time. You must have met her at least once.
So you'd think.
But Big Sis knows everyone in town. Did she just forget about Dandelion somehow?
As Rain grasps for a simple solution to this complex mystery, Nev pulls a couple envelopes from her bag.
I know I don't need to tell you this, but this department focuses on the stray thoughts from those who have left us. The ones that may seem half-realized or unclear for their intended recipient. Here, to the regular who always visited my cafe on the weekends, and another, for thee, mine treasure.
But you go to the village all the time, so you're always able to find who they belong to.
Nev tucks the letters safely away once more. She then proceeds with her usual routine before she does her daily rounds. The brace on her wing is loosened and eventually removed. She nonchalantly grabs her hat, though it goes into her bag for now rather than its rightful place atop her head. The break from her typical motions comes with her picking up a plain white envelope and offering it to her little sis.
The rest of the stamps, as promised.
Oh, thanks.
I've got a theory I want to visit with you. Walk with me.
The door swings closed behind Rain. For a mercy, Neve didn't seem to notice Mila as she exited the room. The same can't be said for Rain, catching a glimpse of her friend curled up tight before following Neve out.
So tell me, have you gone exploring any further up the tree? Be honest.
No way! It's all just old storage and other rooms no one uses anymore. There's nothing fun about that kind of stuff. Not to mention Kale. If she heard I ever went higher than where the lights are, she'd get mad for sure.
Huh. Right you are. About that part, at least.
Neve tilts her head upwards, looking for something she has no hope of finding. Rain follows her gaze, bringing her neck back as far as it will go. Not far from where the two stand, the lights become more sparse before disappearing entirely, allowing an absolute darkness to steal the space away. Below the rainbow canopy, where light sources are plentiful and comforting, the brightly colored envelopes bring with them a sense of joy and whimsy. A final gift from those who had left, both for the recipients as well as for the couriers themselves who have the honor of delivering them. But now, floating down from infinity, they instead take the form of lingering specks of life, swimming in a sea of endless black. Where wings can't reach, forgotten heights.
Somewhere up there is where we store letters we're unable to deliver for one reason or another. The undeliverables. Not our most creative showing.
Huh? But we never fail a delivery. That's what makes us couriers.
That's the aim, at least. I like to think I'm pretty good at my job. Sometimes, though, things just fall through the cracks.
What do you mean? These letters are the most important things in the whole world. Grandma says so. Kale says so.
I say so too. Fact of the matter is, though, it's impossible to deliver everything. Occasionally, a letter will drop without any writing on it whatsoever, or we'll even obtain entirely empty envelopes from time to time. There's also less dire issues like illegible handwriting or red herrings in the context clues that make it difficult to find its intended recipient. You name it, it's happened. We've managed to keep the amount of deliveries taken there low, but it's not quite zero.
I can't believe it. I always thought that all of the mail eventually made it out to where it belonged. Even if it took a little while. The idea that there are people out in the village who kept waiting for words from their loved ones to arrive, only for them to never come. And that it was our fault? I don't get it.
Hmm?
Kale can be really scary. Scolding me when I wake up late, or if I file something wrong, or if I don't tidy up the front desk, or forget to smile when greeting a guest. But even if she's strict, she always says it's because we have to be proud of our work. Because it's super important and we have to do it perfectly. But if this room really existed all this time, we can't be perfect. Never ever. Well, why would she say that stuff? Just to have an excuse to boss me around more?
Well, that's an easy one. Kale heads the undeliverables department. The only staff there, actually.
She never told me that. She never tells me anything.
She means it when she tells you that us couriers have a lot to be proud of, and we always need to strive to do the best we can. But there's no pride in what she does, Rain. I know she can be a stickler, but try to give her the benefit of the doubt, okay? I had a theory I wanted to share with you, if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
I stand by my earlier findings. Dandelion never existed. I couldn't find anything, neither documentation nor my own memory to prove otherwise.
Tiberius, thank you very much for the raid. You were doing some chatting. Nice. I hope you had a good time with that. Thanks so much for tuning in. My name is Soroka, the Magpie Treasure Hunting VTuber, and today we're checking out Upward Rain. Sorry, Upwards Rain.
But Mila...
Believes the opposite. Yeah. Even with overwhelming evidence to the contrary, telling you about the undeliverables got me thinking. You accepted its existence as it was, even though it may have hurt and with nothing concrete to back my words. Just a few minutes ago, the undeliverables didn't exist for you. From your perspective, the department was never there. But now it is. Where better than, I wonder, for a letter from a phantom to find itself?
So that means we should head up right away!
It's a nice thought. Unfortunately, there's little reason for them to maintain the stairways heading up from here. And someone with 2 good wings would be able to make the climb. And getting a guide to take me up would take far too long to schedule in, I fear.
The game has been very nice. Very cute. And I think we're learning some, a little bit more about how the post office works.
Not to mention Kale. No doubt I'd be in for a verbal lashing if she caught me up there. No thanks.
Rain turns her eyes to the looming darkness once more, scanning the unknown. In that instant, she thinks of Mila curled up in the other room, and how she'd feel if Dandelion's final words never found their way home.
I think there are scarier things than Kale.
Neve briefly releases the grip on her bag to ruffle Rain's hat.
Well, a courier's work is never done. I've got some leads I'm optimistic about today, so I'm gonna head off. Follow me down once you've wrapped up any official office business. You'll make Mizore fret if you take too long.
Rain watches Neve slowly disappear from view as she begins her descent. Once entirely gone from view, she turns her back to the door, slowly swinging it open. Mila is waiting on the other side and steps out with nary a word.
It wasn't here either. I'm sorry.
I know.
We've got one more place to check. I know I've said it before, but I'm sure it'll be there this time.
We don't have to.
Of course we do! Come on!
Rain extends her wing outward, silently beckoning Mila to intertwine once more before resuming their journey. Mila hesitates for several long moments, though she eventually obliges.
I know she can't fly, and this is gonna be tough. But I want to see this through together. The letter has to be there. We've got 2 good wings between us, and that's all Big Sis said we need. I'll make it work.
The two continue up the stairs in relative silence. As Neve had implied, however, the ease of the journey eventually comes to an abrupt halt as the girls are met with an impossibly wide gap, and strong winds from holes to the outsides on far sides of the chasm.
The wind is kind of chilly.
Yeah, we must be pretty high up by now. I could probably carry you over if it wasn't blowing, but now...
Really, we don't have to.
No, it's all fine! Don't worry! Just give me a minute to think of a plan. Now, where to start?
Reach the top. Inspect. Laura. Oh look, there are some dandelions growing here.
Mila...
I thought it would cheer her up, but she looks even sadder now.
Mila...
Inspect sign. Warning, only those with 2 stamps or more beyond this point. All other couriers forbidden entry. Well, it's not like I'm able to right now anyway.
Maybe there's a way we could make it across from below? I don't see anything.
What are you looking for?
I've been thinking to myself this whole time. Mila deserves to be part of this too.
It's a puzzle game where we're using Rain's different kinds of stamps to perform different kinds of actions on things in the environment.
Just wondering if there was some way across that we overlooked. Do you see anything?
I can look.
Mila approaches the chasm, looking down at the lower levels of the post office. As she does, her courier cap is stolen away by the wind. She reaches for it, leaning further still into the pit.
Whoa! Be careful!
As Mila feels Rain's embrace pull her back, her outstretched arm goes limp. The hat drifts down, far out of reach.
Phew! That was a close one. Are you okay?
The response Rain receives isn't the one she expects, as tears start to overtake Mila. As soon as Rain releases Mila, the young Seaborn sprints off, turning a corner and ducking into a nearby room they had passed on the way up. Rain considers chasing after her, but she finds herself unable to move her feet.
Oh, Mila, I can't even imagine what she's feeling right now. I wish there was something I could do or say to cheer her up, especially when we're this close to the top.
Unsure of what else to do and in dire need of a guiding hand, she retrieves the envelope with stamps Neve gifted her from her cloak. After giving each one a glance, realization creeps onto her face. Inspiration strikes.
I have an idea. I don't know if it'll work, but maybe she'll appreciate the thought at least? I should grab something for her before I make my way down, too.
Retrieve. We can retrieve dandelions.
Hello there, Dandelion. You're not the one Mila is looking for, but hopefully she'll be happy to see you anyway.
Rain slowly descends the stairs, arriving at Mila's room with nary a sound. It's a cramped little space, serving as both a storage closet as well as a pigeon roost. Despite the clutter, the first thing Rain spots is her friend curled up into a ball, weeping gently.
Oh, Mila.
Inspect pigeon. It's good to see they're all getting their rest in. They work just as hard as any of us couriers. Inspect feed. Huh, I wonder who feeds the pigeons this far up. Missouri, maybe? I guess they could just help themselves, too. Looks like she hasn't noticed me yet. I should probably make my presence known. Retrieve pigeon. Hey there, little friend. Hope you're in the mood for a head pat. You can pet the pigeons. Yeah! Best game ever. There you go. It's helped me feeling a little braver too, thanks. Retrieve feed. Maybe just a nibble. No, I can't. Well, I mean I could, but now's not the time to be snacking. Retrieve Mila.
Hi, Mila. I brought you a flower. Do you want it?
Mila shakes her head, still resting in her arms.
Well, that didn't work. Time for my second idea.
Upwards, Mila, the sequel.
We're pretty high up, but we've still got a ways to go. I promise we'll find a way across. So please, cheer up, okay?
It's not about that. I don't want to go further. I'm sorry.
Huh? But we're getting really close. This is higher up the tree than I've ever been before.
But getting close to what? It's not going to be there.
What are you saying? Of course it will.
No, I don't think so. Mom said Dandy wouldn't have left a letter. We couldn't find it at any of the other places you said it would be. Miss Neve doesn't even think Dandy is real. The way up is scary. And me not being able to fly is only going to make things more dangerous for you. And even if we do make it up, we're looking for a room that you didn't even know existed until just now. Mom and Neve are right. They have to be. There won't be anything there, and it's not worth it. Please, Rain, let's just leave.
Mila? Hey. It'll be there. I promise. And if it isn't, we'll keep looking.
Why do you keep saying things like that? Dandelion didn't send anything. Everyone knew that already except for me.
I keep saying it because it's true. I don't know why your mom said those things or why Neve doesn't know her, but Dandelion is real. With the way you talk about her, how could she not be? And if she loved you even half as much as you love her, she would have left something for you.
You never even met her.
That doesn't matter. I trust you 100%. And that means I trust Dandelion, too. I can prove it, too. Here, look at these. These are the stamps Neve gave me earlier. They don't print with these colors much, so they're super rare. I don't know how Neve got so many. I'm gonna add them to my collection when we're back on the ground floor. But I think you should take them for now.
I don't think I understand.
I want them back later, so how about you trade them to me for Dandelion's letter? I'm not too worried. They'll be mine by the end of the day. A smile! What's so funny?
It's just... Andy used to do the same thing. It's like she could always tell when I was sad. Whenever I started feeling bad, she'd always come over with some of her favorite toys so we could play together.
Hey, these aren't toys!
I know. Thank you anyway. I'll keep them safe for you.
Good to hear. I'm trusting you. I do think I'm gonna keep one, though.
Oh, which one?
Oh, trust. Trust Mila.
Oh, it's pretty. If you keep the nicest one, doesn't that kind of ruin the point?
Consider it an upfront payment. I'm still prepared to put in the work for the others.
Alright, if you're sure.
Mila, I know it can come off as silly, but I mean it. I trust you. And I'm not going to stop looking for Dandelion's letter. Can you trust me too? When I say that we'll keep going until we reach the very tip top of the tree if we have to?
She smiles so often that sometimes I wonder how much of it is real, and how much of it is just for my sake. But even if she's just smiling for me, that's still more proof than I could ever need. I can.
Great. Then let's get back to searching for a way up.
Oh, actually,
Hmm?
I'm not sure if it means anything, but I saw a sign like the one outside on the side of the bookshelf earlier. I should show it to her.
Hey! It's time for Mila to use stamps. Bookshelf. Oops. Inspect rain. Inspect pigeons. Okay. I need to take a quick break, but we will be back, and when we get back, it is time for Mila. It's her stamp. Okay. See you in a bit. Welcome back, everyone. All right, let's get to inspecting. Dude, Mila's using the stamps this time around. Inspect the pigeons. So, this is where all the pigeons sleep? One of the places. They have roosts all over the tree. You see them all the time in the village since they pick up all of our mail. I was wondering why I hadn't seen too many so far. They work even harder than we do. They spend a lot of time sleeping when they're back home. Poor little pigeons. Have a good night. Thank you, Ocean. Inspect rain. We've come a long way from the bottom. Sure have. We can't stop yet, though. I don't know how you can always have so much energy. I've said it before and I'll say it again. A courier's work is never done. You're really cool, Rain. Well, I'm nothing compared to Big Sis, I'm sure. I think you're even cooler than Miss Neve. Oh no, why are you crying? We'll never know. Inspect feed. Wow, there's a lot of pigeon feed stored here. I haven't eaten all day. If it's good enough for them... No, I'm not that hungry yet. Eat the seeds. Inspect bookshelf.
Look, there's a switch on the side here. Wow, good find! I'm gonna flip it. Rain, wait! A secret corridor? And it's going up? What if that sounded an alarm or something? Well, it didn't. And we have a way up now. You're the best, Mila! But what if we go in and it closes behind us? Or if it's a dead end? Then we'll find a way out. But... It'll be okay. Trust me, Mila.
Now it's time for the other part of the trust. Trust Rain.
Okay, you're right. Then let's get going. Just hang on for a little longer. We'll be there before you know it.
The two continue onwards, arms interlocked. Higher until the stairs merge with those from either side of the gap, and higher still.
The wind is just about gone. There's no more windows to the outside from here. It's getting pretty dark, too. I don't even want to think about how high up we are now. I know. I can't believe Kale's office is even higher. Maybe she has a secret way to get there. I can't imagine having to do this every time she needed something. She could do it. She can fly super fast. It's almost scary. Just like almost everything else about her. Blah. She's so mean. If anything ever goes even slightly wrong, she's over my shoulder in an instant to scold me. It's like she can just sense whenever I screw up. Even if it's something tiny like not washing my feathers after I write something down, or sleeping in for an extra 5 minutes. Both of those sound like things you shouldn't really be doing, though. Well, it's other things, too. A lot of things, actually. I know our job is important, and we always have to do our best. I just think she takes it too far sometimes. I'm still learning. I wish she would remember that before being so strict and uptight about it all the time.
This is so true. Bookshelves are a bird's favorite food.
Either way, it doesn't sound like someone we want to meet up here. You can say that again. Let's hurry up. We can't be that far from the department now.
After a long and tiring, but otherwise unopposed climb, the two companions are met once again with a large chasm separating them from their goal.
make up for your strong bones. Be careful, though. I don't know if you can see, but there's a pretty big gap in front of us. Falling from this height would be really bad, no matter how good your bones are.
Oh no. So there's no way across?
I could try flying us over, but the air here is kind of thin. I don't really want to risk it if it means you get hurt.
Then we'll think of something else. We can't stop when we're so close.
Yeah, for sure! Okay, let's take a sec to catch our breath and then see what we can come up with.
All right. Onwards. No. Inspect Mila.
Okay, I think I'm good. How about you?
A lot better. Thank you. There were so many stairs.
Okay, let's get right into it then. So I think I could get you there, but it'd be kind of risky. I don't really want to try it if it could put you in danger.
It's a really big pit. I think no matter what we do, it's going to be dangerous.
I guess you're right, but still...
Maybe if we could just make it a little bit simpler somehow, that would be okay? That might be easier than trying to think of something entirely new.
That could work. It'd still be a little scary, though. Are you sure you're okay with that?
Yeah. I trust you.
Well, okay. In that case, let's see what we can do.
Inspect the gap.
Wow. There's some cool stuff over on the other side.
Like what?
There's a whole bunch of wind chimes. Really big ones, too.
Isn't it sort of weird to have wind chimes way up here where there's not any breeze?
Maybe they make a sound when a courier flies near them? Sort of like the bell over the front desk door?
But then, who would the sound be for?
Ah! Let's keep looking around. I'd love to get a better look over there.
Would you be able to make it easily if it was just you?
Nuh-uh! Don't even ask that!
If you can, you should go. Maybe there will be something over there that could help.
But...
I'll be careful. Don't worry. I know you won't be gone long.
Should I scout ahead? Not yet.
Think about it. But I want to check out this side a little more first.
Inspect. Perch.
Whoa! Look at all these perches.
Is that what these are?
Yeah, they're usually more comfortable than just standing. Not that we could use them anyway. What good is a perch that's hung on a wall like that? Perches are made for perching.
The way they're set up is really scary, don't you think?
You think so? I'd call it more annoying than anything.
Below rain?
Huh? There are tiles on the floor here. The rest of the post office isn't like this.
Oh yeah, I hadn't really noticed.
They're kind of uncomfortable to walk on with my talons. I guess it doesn't make too much of a difference for you, though.
I'm just relieved to have anything to stand on at all right now.
Hey, look at these ones here. Don't they look a little odd to you?
Oh, I thought those were just scratches. Now that I think about it, they're probably too clean for that, though.
Below gap.
Uh-uh.
Nope, no getting around it. We're actually just gonna have to cross it this time. Below Mila?
Mila?
Hey, can you climb? What? My talons are pretty good at grabbing hold of things, so I was thinking maybe if we only had to if we only got most of the way there, you could climb up the other side?
I can't!
Wow, that was loud. Can we think of something else, please? Below perch?
They look fancy, but they aren't really useful for much of anything, huh?
Well, they are hanging on the wall. Maybe looking nice is all they're meant to do?
Maybe. Ugh! What a waste!
No, we haven't done upwards Mila yet. Maybe you could get a running jump. Then I could catch you and we wouldn't have to fly as far.
What?
That sounds more dangerous than trying to fly normally. It's worth at least thinking about. Give me your best jump.
Nope.
Alright, this won't work. Upwards perch.
They look fancy, but they aren't really useful for much of anything, huh?
Well, they.
Maybe.
Oh, I already did those. So if I onwards Mila, what happens? I'm sorry, I just don't think I can do it. Okay. Let's send Rain over to the other side.
Are you ready to go, Rain? Don't worry about me. I'll be okay.
Should I scout ahead? Onwards.
Okay. I promise I'll be back as soon as I can.
I'll see if I can help on this side too. Somehow.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh! What was that?
Flying over was a lot tougher than I thought it'd be. I don't think I'll be able to fly back anytime soon. Deep breath, Rain. Don't let her worry about you. The wind chimes I told you about.
They have such a pretty sound. It's sort of, twinkle twinkle.
She's so cute. Ah, I gotta focus. Time to get a closer look at everything here.
Let us inspect Mila. I can barely see Mila from here. I hope she's okay. Let us inspect the gap. At least I can just glide on the way back. Inspect the wind chimes.
Just plain ordinary wind chimes hung up with rope. Wait, maybe we could use the ropes to make some kind of bridge? Hey Mila, I've got an idea!
Really? That's great. Is there anything I can do?
There sure is! The wind chimes are held up by some rope. Maybe we could use it to make you a bridge? We'll need something on your side to tie it to, though.
A bridge that small? That's... Are you sure that'd be safe?
I won't let you fall, no matter what. I'll be with you every step of the way.
Okay. I'll see if I can find something we can use for this side of the bridge.
You've got this!
Inspect perch. Whew, flying with air this thin is tough. Maybe a small break wouldn't hurt. Ah, much better. I was worried this one was going to topple over right like the ones from earlier, but it feels really sturdy. Actually, why is this one standing up okay?
Tiles on this side, too. There's a lot of claw marks, too. Probably from Kale? Wait, huh? These tiles are in the same pattern as the ones on the other side. There's also a symbol on perch. He's always there? Hey, Mila! I can't remember. Are there any weird markings on the perches over there?
Weird markings? Hold on. It's hard to see, so it'll be a second.
I wish I had a comfy perch.
Take your time. I trust you.
Inspect the hall. Still no end in sight, but it feels like we're close. Just a little further, Mila. The stairs have to stop somewhere.
Tiles on this side, too. There's a...
Okay. Retrieve upwards. Gee, wind chimes.
The rope holding the wind chimes up feels like it could be useful. We don't really have anything to tie them to right now, though.
Okay. Upwards, perch. Maybe I could pry this loose? That might do something. No, no good. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. Alright, let us trust Rain. Or, sorry, trust Mila. My eyes are starting to adjust, but it's still so dark. Inspect Mila. I need to be brave. I need to be brave. As long as I don't look down, I'll be okay. Onwards, Mila. Oh, it just straight up doesn't do anything anymore. Inspect the tiles. Maybe the symbol Rain mentioned is on one of these tiles. No, I don't see it anywhere. There's something about these, though.
Maybe.
There's some marks under each symbol, too, actually. There's some marks under each symbol, too. Actually, don't these kind of look like the bottom of the perches? Inspect wall.
Rain, can I ask you something that sounds mean, but I promise it's not?
Okay.
Are you doing okay? You were acting really weird earlier.
Huh? Was not.
I'm sorry. It's just... Why didn't you mention the writing on the wall here earlier? It's like you were pretending it wasn't even there.
What? I didn't see anything like that.
Really? How could you miss it though? It's glowing in the dark.
Well, I mean, it's not even dark in here for me. Maybe that's it. Anyway, do you need a translator? What's it look like?
Oh, actually, it's written in Alchema.
Huh. That's weird. So, what's it say then?
Heads of the undeliverables, present and prior, take your rest once your work is done.
Whoa. Kind of scary.
I know!
What is Kale doing up here?
Oh! They're super tiny, but I see them now.
Do any of them look like... it's like two big circles with arrows pointing at them?
I see a lot of circles and arrows, but nothing exactly like that. Sorry.
Weird. What do the tiles look like over there? Is there a place to set up a perch?
Let's see. Two circles with arrows pointing at them. Whoa. Rain?
Yeah? Did you find something?
The tiles over here. They look really complicated. There are a few holes in the ground, but...
Hey, that is something!
Something tells me it won't be so easy. But for Rain's sake, I have to figure it out.
Okie dokie. Inspect the perch.
What if...
This perch doesn't have a symbol on it, and this place on the wall here doesn't have one either. Maybe it's supposed to go here? Huh? There isn't space for it. Where is this perch supposed to go, then? Retrieve perch. I'll just borrow this for now. I promise to put it right back where I found it after I'm done. Time to see if I was right about those symbols. Oh, connect. Huh, that's cute. Connect tiles.
I'm still not sure what I'm trying to do here, but...
I'm so good at puzzles.
What's going on?
Mila, are you okay?
Yeah, it's just the perch. It locked into place on this tile when they touched.
Whoa! Way to go, Mila!
Is that everything we need for the bridge?
I think so. Let me get ready. I'll be back over soon. Trust me.
Notoriously very smart. I love that you use the word notoriously. Upwards wind chime. Mila really liked how they sounded. Maybe I can fly up and give them a quick jingle jangle again. Actually, better not if I don't have a good reason to. Wouldn't want Kale to hear she's somehow up here. Below gap. It's a long way down no matter which way you look at it. Okay. Let us retrieve wind chimes.
Okay, come here, wind chimes.
What's going on over there? Are you okay? The wind chimes are out of control.
I need to take them down to make the bridge, remember?
Oh, that makes sense.
Now, where were we?
Is everything okay over there?
Yeah, sorry. It's a little hard to get this tied with my wings. I've got it though, don't worry. On my way over now. I'm back. With our bridge. This is exhausting. How does Kale manage to fly like this?
Are you okay? You should take a rest now that the perch is set up.
Maybe. Let me just get this tied up first.
I can do that. Please, don't worry about it. It'll probably be easier for me anyway.
I don't think I can say no to that. Okay, I'll leave it in your capable sea-born hands.
Are we ready then?
Actually, let me test it first. Better safe than sorry. Ah!
Are you okay? Rain?
I'm fine.
I couldn't see you, so when the bridge fell,
No, I'm okay. But
It takes only the slightest touch for the rope to come undone.
no. This is all we had left. But it's not strong enough. I'm sorry, Mila. I'm out of ideas.
what if we made it stronger?
Huh?
Look, have you ever made a daisy chain before?
Mila retrieves from her courier's cloak the dandelion Rain had gifted to her at the start of their ascent from Neve's office. She carefully splits the stem in two, then braids the two halves back together.
Maybe we could do the same thing with the wind chimes?
Wow! That's so cool! You're the coolest!
It's just something my mom taught me how to do. It's not that hard.
Easy for you to say. I can't do anything like that with my wings.
If you think it's worth trying, I can handle it if you can get me the wind chimes.
Sounds like a plan. Leave it to me.
Inspect wind chimes. I know I told Mila it would be okay, but I'm gonna be in so much trouble. Tree Inspect. Onwards. Retrieve wind chimes. Hello again. I'm gonna need to borrow you just one more time, sorry.
Mila?
I know you can do it. Time to trust Mila.
I'm counting on you!
Time to connect. This part goes under and then tug. Just getting started. This feels pretty tight. I think this might work. Almost there. Done. It's still scary, but I think this is as safe as I could have made it. Now just to tie them to the sides again. Connect perch.
Okay, I'm finished. Can you get the far side, Rain?
You got it!
Trust Rain.
Alright, I'll fly right above you. Hang on tight to me, okay? I'll keep you balanced, so just keep being brave and we'll be on the other side before you know it.
Me too. We're getting things done. We're making it across. We're getting that ladder.
I don't know if I can stop being scared. But I trust you.
Onwards, Mila.
You're doing great! One foot in front of the other.
I'm trying.
Onwards, Mila.
Just keep looking forward. We're almost there.
Don't look down. Don't look down.
Did you hear that?
The rope is starting to snap.
But we're so close! Jump! As best as you can! I can get us the rest of the way there if you do.
Upwards, Mila. Go! With the extra bit of distance offered by Mila's jump, Rain is able to fly the two the rest of the way. Their landing is one without much grace, but that is the furthest thing from their minds.
You did it! You're amazing!
You did all of the hard work.
Nuh-uh! I bet you're the first person without wings to ever fly like that before.
Probably, huh?
The girls take a much-earned rest, lying on the tiled floor until their heartbeats return to normal and they can stand without trembling. And once again, they climb, stairway after stairway, hall after hall, until they turn one final corner.
Is this it? It's gigantic.
It has to be. Something's not right, though.
Huh?
Look, the door handles. We don't have those anywhere else in here. They're hard to use with our wings.
Oh. Now that you mention it, the front of the post office is the same way.
Either way, it looks like we can still push it from this side. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, on three.
The two girls push and push and push until the aging wood of the door begins to creak in protest. Slowly but eventually, the hinges gave way, offering Rain and Mila the victory as the door opens and the two take their first steps inside.
Whoa.
The Undeliverables, Repentance Roost. Though not as bright as the lower floors, the scattering of lamps and lanterns are a welcome reprieve from the darkness they had just finished navigating. The room they serve to light, however, is much less comforting. With a bare floor and no furniture save the tables for the lamps to sit upon, The undeliverables would make for the most unremarkable room in the entirety of the tree's endless trunk. Save for two very important aspects. The room's incredibly tall ceiling, reaching so high as to be all but immune to the numerous light sources, and the wall of outgoing boxes that matches its grandiose heights.
Dandy's letter is somewhere in here?
Yeah, it's gotta be. Let's start looking in the bottom rows. Kale always tells me to sort lowest to highest so I don't have to waste my energy flying as much.
Okay, but, how will we know which one is Dandy's?
Maybe we can just empty all the boxes for now and make a pile of letters? It might be easier if you can look at them all at once.
Messing up the order of things will definitely get you in trouble, though.
If we get caught now, I'm gonna get in trouble no matter what. We should probably still hurry, though.
Eager to find their prize, Rain quickly makes her way to one end of the wall and begins her search, with Mila following close behind. With every box she passes, however, her energy wanes and her heart sinks. Empty. Empty. Empty.
What? Didn't Miss Neve say that there were letters that she couldn't figure out? There should be something, even if it isn't Dandy's, right?
Yeah. So, why isn't there.
Maybe they empty the room after a while, which would probably mean.
It's gone.
Oh no! Rain? What's wrong?
I'm sorry. I really thought it'd be.
It's okay.
No, it isn't!
It is.
Why aren't you sad about this?
I am sad, but maybe it's better like this. I was really scared that we wouldn't find it, because that would mean Dandy didn't feel strong enough about me to leave anything. But if they just get rid of the letters eventually, then we don't know if it was ever here or not. If we don't know for sure, then I can just keep pretending that she did.
Don't say that.
But more than that, I'm sad because you're sad. You did so much for me. You don't deserve to feel like this. I really want to cry too, but I feel like I can't if you already are. So please stop crying, Rain.
Rain isn't sure if she feels better, but attempts to refocus herself with a couple deep exhales regardless. She wipes away her remaining tears, staining her wing.
We should probably leave before Kale shows up.
Yeah.
If your aim was to avoid me, you're done well to keep your feet to the earth and wings in your cloak. Or, barring that, closing the door behind you so the light doesn't escape. Your lack of basic etiquette has proven your downfall, just as I warned you multiple times it would.
Kale! How is she always able to sneak up on me? Please wait. I can explain.
I very much doubt that, but feel free to try. Let's start with an easy inquiry. Why aren't you attending to the front desk right now?
Well, there's.
Afterwards, we can discuss the missing hat from our ground floor storage. coincidentally, the same hat that was assigned to you last year.
Well, technically, that was me's.
Or, if you prefer, we can put that aside for now and discuss the mess that was made on the path up here. Alternatively, we can skip to whatever excuse you could possibly have for bringing a guest of the post this far up with nary a concern for their safety, to this specific room where you are nowhere near the appropriate clearance to even dream of holding access.
She's not a guest. She's a courier. Look at her uniform.
They've used nary a lot in the writing. To be fair, this is the first time that anyone's ever spoken it out loud, but it was like 3 times already. It's a lot of naries.
Please.
Her frown unflinching, Kale lifts her wings to the air. Her wingspan makes the girls feel smaller than they already are, but that sensation is only compounded upon which when Kale brings her wings down with terrifying force. A gust is released that effortlessly blows Mila's cloak and barding loose, with a couple poor lamps falling victim as well.
Enough of this, Rain.
It was my fault. Please don't be mad at her.
Kale shifts her eyes to Mila, holding them on her for what feels like an eternity to the girl, before eventually shifting the rest of her body as well.
I don't think I've had the pleasure, miss.
She doesn't.
Kale raises a wing once more, bidding Rain silence.
My name is Mila. My best friend. Well, I'm expecting a letter from her. But Rain is my other best friend, and all she did was try to help me find it. So please get angry with me instead.
Mila.
All guests of Mortem Post are to be treated with the utmost respect. I'm afraid, however, that I cannot honor your request. This is a place of work. There are rules, traditions, expectations, countless examples, nearly all of which Rain has managed to break within a short window of a few hours. I'll unfortunately have to inform any guardians you may have of your presence here today, but rest assured that you'll still be welcome to the post with open wings in the future, miss. As for you, Rain, I doubt I need to tell you that there will be severe consequences for your little adventure today. As per protocol, the postmaster will be informed of every last detail.
I doubt Mila's mom will ever let her come back here. And even if she did, I'm sure whatever punishment I get will make sure we can't see each other again. This is it. My time with Mila is over. I understand. I don't care if you want me to polish the floors every single day for the rest of my life, or if I'm stuck on the front desk forever. Even if you asked me to leave the post office, I would. Rain! I promise I'm telling the truth. You won't have to worry about me, no matter what. But before that, can I ask you something?
That depends entirely upon the question.
Even if we never get to talk again, I can still leave Mila with something. A clue to keep chasing after to find Dandelion's message. She may not be able to get to it right now, but I know she'll be able to find it someday. Maybe Big Sis would even be able to help. Where do the deliveries go after they leave this place? I know there should be at least a few things here, but all of the boxes are empty.
Well, that's a curious piece of knowledge you found for yourself. Am I to assume you at least know the general purpose of this department?
I think so.
Very well. This is a lesson you ought to learn sooner rather than later, at any case. You're operating on 2 incorrect assumptions, however. Allow me to clarify before continuing. 1. Not all of the boxes are empty.
Kale looks upwards into the darkness. She stays unmoving for several minutes, leaving Rain and Mila uneasy and uncertain. At long last, however, the topmost box on the far left begins to emit a faint glow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rain counts Kale's wing beats as she prepares to take off, her mentor bending her knees with every flap. On 6, she takes flight. The girls watch in amazement as Kale speeds through the air, skillfully slowing herself as she approaches the ceiling. At the apex of her ascent, all that's visible of her from the floor is what the glow illuminates. She floats expertly to the ground, letter in wing. With just as much finesse, she opens the lip of the envelope with the side of a feather.
Hey, you can't just.
Like she had before, Kale again raises a wing to Rain, demanding her silence as she quietly reads the contents of the letter to herself. Her eyes subtly shift back and forth, absorbing every written word to memory with precision and care. As she does so, the intensity of the shine continues to increase, forcing Mila and Rain to look away. And in an instant, the light is gone. When Rain turns her head back, Kale stands there, empty-winged, with only the faintest of glimmers escaping her grasp before disappearing to nothing.
2. No delivery ever leaves this room.
Where did. What happened to that letter just now?
Miss, have you been taught about the cycle of magic yet?
Huh? Me? Our food and clothes have it, right? And it has something to do with the letters?
A good enough foundation. For the sake of being thorough, allow me to walk you through the rest. All of us, outside of you Seaborn, are born with at least some amount of magic. The Earthfoot people are special, with them having and generating a much larger quantity. As such, they imbue their creations, meals or clothing with excess magic. By wearing or consuming these, we take their magic into ourselves. Said magic is a subtle thing. In truth, its only practical function is to lengthen our lifespans as far as they can reasonably go. It's not infinite, however. When someone passes on, whether through natural causes or otherwise, that magic remaining within has to go somewhere. And for reasons we have yet to uncover ourselves, that location is the top of this tree.
And the magic turns into letters?
Or rarely a package, but yes. Thoughts, feelings, unfinished business, imprinted directly onto the soul, made manifest in our humble mortem post.
Does that mean if you don't have a lot of magic, you won't get to send any letters?
Seaborn usually only get one, but the other races can send multiple before the last of their magic dissipates. We have records of a few Earthfoot who sent down well over 100 deliveries. Magic is an impatient thing, however, and it isn't keen to wait. If we fail to do our duty and deliver these messages to their intended recipients on time, well, you have first-hand experience with that now.
Why don't they just disappear after they get delivered?
Good question, and one without a satisfying answer. Our best guess is that delivery is bound to its recipient in some way. Once a letter or package reaches its intended destination, it's able to maintain a tangible form. In any case, I apologize for the long-winded explanation. I hope you'll see that it was necessary to fully answer the question at hand, however.
So, I couldn't even give Mila another thread to pull at? I'm so sorry.
That letter you just read, is there any chance it could have been from my friend? Her name was Dandelion, but I called her Dandy. Also, you spell my name like.
My sincerest apologies, miss. The contents of the message are strictly confidential. I can assure you that nothing in it implied that it would have been for you at least.
Oh.
So long as your friend has imprinted the appropriate information, you needn't worry. A delivery doesn't expire for a full 3 weeks after it is initially left in our care, a more than sufficient amount of time for it to go through our system.
All Mila can offer is a gasp and a small, sad nod.
3 weeks? Then. This is just so frustrating! Everything we did, and we're just gonna end like this? Without even a tiny bit of good news for Mila? And we're probably never gonna see each other again? It kills just standing there like nothing's wrong or even weird, and talking about following rules or whatever, while breaking just as many as me. Why were you even reading it anyway? Not opening mail that doesn't belong to you is the very first thing we're taught. Did you forget? In sorting top to bottom, you say we start at the bottom and that it's just to not stress your wings, even though I think it's easier to remember. You always get so mad at me whenever I start from the top, but you get to do it with a much bigger set of boxes? And treating our guests with respect. If the letter wasn't important, we wouldn't have come all this way. And you're just gonna pretend that doesn't matter? If we respected our guests, we wouldn't need to break the rules to help them.
Rain.
Have you gotten it out of your system? Are you satisfied?
No? But what else can I say? At least when Neve bullies me, it feels like she still likes me. You're just evil.
Evil, am I? And who are you to place that judgment on me? This room operates on a different set of rules than the rest of the post office. I'll have you know I've performed my duties to the letter. Surely you noticed how difficult the journey was to reach this department. How even if you could simply fly up by yourself, you tire long before making it here. Or even the size of the door, and how you must have struggled to push it open. These were deliberate choices made by the first generation of couriers. Sorting from the top too was a specific instruction left behind. These 3 things all serve an identical purpose.
I don't think I understand.
It's to exhaust and fatigue the head of the undeliverables department.
What? Why would the post office do something like that?
As I've told you countless times before, we have what I consider to be the most important job in the world. We have a duty to every person in Vitae, alive and otherwise, to deliver the final words of those who have left us. To fail in this duty is unforgivable, and so it is the responsibility of this department, my responsibility, to shoulder the weight of our office's sins.
That's horrible. Rules like that shouldn't ever exist. What good does hurting ourselves do for anyone?
On that point, you, myself, and everyone else who currently knows of the department can agree, but the traditions of the post are sacred, and so, every time a delivery becomes impossible, I make the trip. In the rare case where 2 appear at the same time, I make it twice, each getting the proper attention it deserves. And 3 weeks later, when it is time for these people to die their second deaths, I return to hear their whispers. For no one deserves their final thoughts to go unheard.
I want to say something, but I don't know what.
All the while, far below on the ground floor, I push, aiming for perfection in myself and those around me. So children like you can grow up and remain proud of your home, hoping you never need learn of this room nor inherit my title. If that makes me a villain, then I shall gladly clip my wings and fall to the deepest depths when my time comes.
Kale,
questions, I should hope?
Mm.
Very good. I've still some business to attend to. I would appreciate it greatly if you two were to step outside in the meantime. I'll arrange an escort party to see you safely to the bottom.
No longer willing to allow the conversation a chance to continue, Kale turns her back on the girls. Rain is caught up in stasis, unable to think a single thought or move a single step. It's faint, but the sensation of feathers on her wings being stroked breaks her from her trance. She looks down, finding Mila's hand.
I think we should go, Rain.
Yeah.
The two make for the exit, arms intertwined. The fear of falling never once crosses Mila's mind in the safety of this room, but the act has been habitual after their time together. Neither pull away when they realize how silly it is.
I'm sorry. I took us as far as I could. Maybe if we were just a little faster?
You did so much more for me than I thought anyone ever would. I'm sorry, too. I've gotten you in so much trouble.
Rain shakes her head, a single feather falling to the floor as she does so.
We shouldn't be talking like this. We may not see each other for a while. So we should say some nicer things instead so we can leave on a happier note. Thank you for all the fun today, Mila. When you called me your other best friend, you made me so happy. I'm really glad you came by the post office today.
Thank you, too, for believing in Dandy all the way until the end. I don't know how long Mom will be upset, and I also don't know what kind of punishment they're gonna give you. But even if we have to wait until we're grown-ups to see each other, I'll keep reminding myself of you, so we can be friends again.
I can't cry if she's gonna cry too. Keep it together, Rain. Yeah, me too. We'll both probably have a lot of fun stories to share by then. So maybe the wait won't be all that bad.
Mordem Post is a special part of the village of Vitae, a place where people are offered the chance to say goodbye one final time. Today, however, Rain and Mila chose to part with a promise to see each other again, no matter how long it may take. So as they prepare to make their leave of the undeliverables, they say their farewells for now, knowing it won't be forever. A glow. Faint, more a suggestion of light than anything else, but enough to make its presence known all the same. Rain stops in place, turning to find its source, her companion following her lead and doing the same. And there, in the top row, second from the left, the small cubby gently shines, its glow already beginning to intensify.
Another one?
As Rain utters her whisper, Kale notices the light as well. As she did before, she bends her knees, one wing beat.
3 weeks. 3 weeks! But even if it was, it'd be impossible to tell in time.
2.
No delivery ever leaves this room. Kale's accepted that as how things have to be. But
3.
if I'm right, and we can prove it before Kale opens it, maybe Mila and I can perform a miracle.
Perform a miracle. inspect together.
Mila, I need you to trust me, okay?
Huh? What's going on?
Hold on to me as tight as you can. Tighter than that if you're able to.
Onwards together. Mila considers her friend's request, eyes darting around as she tries to piece together Rain's plan in the midst of the urgency she's being presented with. It doesn't take too long for things to click.
All the way up there? I can't.
Trust together.
Please, you have to be there too. I promise we'll be back on the ground in no time. Dandelion too.
Although hesitation initially overtakes her, Mila steels her resolve with a firm nod. Throwing her arms around Rain's dress and clenching her fist tighter than she has ever before, Mila holds on tight.
Thank you, Mila. Let's give it all we got.
Upwards, Rain. 4. In that same instant, Rain throws her wings into the air, then downwards with every bit of strength she can afford to muster, knowing a swift takeoff would be her only chance of outspeeding Kale. A moment later, the two are airborne, Rain's sights set on her guiding light.
Don't you dare!
5. Though swift, Rain is far from subtle in her first moments of flight. She can't afford to look down, though, every microsecond of advantage over her mentor a priceless treasure.
Reach out for it when we get close. Don't be scared.
Okay.
The box continues to shine, growing brighter and brighter every passing moment. Rain grits her teeth, putting everything into each flap of her wings. The strain pairs with the additional weight, driving her to exhaustion far quicker than she ever had before. 6. Rain has lost count of Kale's wing beats prior to now, but her heart begins to race as she hears her take off, going so fast as to sound like she's cutting through the air. Rain hurts all over. She shuts her eyes to drive the pain away, the light above now so radiant as to pierce her eyelids regardless. Higher and higher, brighter and brighter, closed in her own world but still bombarded with countless sensations, all begging her to stop. Higher and higher, brighter and brighter. Even with eyes slammed shut, the light still overwhelms. Rain's vision is that of nearly pure white, and still it only continues to intensify. Until suddenly, it's gone. Rain's eyes shoot open, disoriented and confused. Her head swivels down to check on her friend, heart beating out of her chest. Mia isn't holding a letter. Rather, in her free hand, she clutches a small parcel. Though its metallic orange wrapping may glimmer in the distant light of the room's lanterns, its radiant glow has faded. An indescribable relief washes over Rain, their journey together at long last finally finding its happy ending.
We...
As Rain allows herself to let her guard down with her job finally done, her muscles relax and the immeasurable exhaustion she put herself through over the flight catches up to her all in an instant. The world goes black once again, and the two begin to fall. Dandelion. As Rain comes to, she finds herself still mid-flight, though not due to her own wings.
You're awake.
No sudden movements. We're almost there. Keep holding on to her, miss.
She and Mila lie on the back of Kale, wings outstretched and cloak held as tightly as her wings can grip, forming a makeshift net. It's unstable, but good enough to provide a small sense of safety as they float gently to the bottom. The soreness throughout her body is still nigh overpowering, but the feeling of one of Mila's arms holding her close feels even stronger, almost managing to dampen the pain. True to Kale's promise, the three eventually make their landing. Kale kneels down, allowing for the girls an easier disembark. Mila falls first, eager to have something beneath her feet again. Rains follows soon after, though her landing is considerably more wobbly. Freed from the additional weight, Kale stands upright once again and turns to face her previous passengers.
Lie down if you need to, Rain.
Thank you. I'm okay though. I think.
Uh, um,
Kale shifts her focus to Mila, only to find the Seaborn girl offering up her parcel.
I'm sorry. I don't want you to get in trouble either, Miss Kale. You need to look at it first, then.
If only for a split second, the tiniest trace of a smile finds its way to Kale's lips, though it's quickly dispelled with a shake of her head.
It's not my mail to open, miss.
The energy in the room shifts as Mila pulls the package back down. Nary a sound echoes through the room, save for the gentle flicker of flame. Mila visibly shakes as she takes her first tug at the twine, the adrenaline of her flight intermingling with her nerves as the two couriers watch intently. Time moves slow, agonizingly so, as the string eventually gives way and she begins to carefully peel back the glimmering orange wrapping. Finally opening the box, Mila releases a small gasp. She scoops one hand inside to grasp its contents, allowing the box to fall to the floor with a quiet thud, masked by the crinkling of the wrapping paper. In her hand rests a small knapsack, made with the same material as Mila's vest.
Dandy's bandana.
Tears begin to well in Mila's eyes, satisfied just by the gift's wrapping rather than its contents.
Keep going. Keep going.
Mila, reminded that there is still more yet to go, responds with a nod. Though her hands shake even more intensely than before, she pulls at the cloth with as much care as she can muster. At last, the fabric comes loose, covering Mila's hands as it falls. Rain and Kale share a confused look. Mila's reaction is much more severe, with her trembling worsening and her tears quickly escalating to sobs. A small plush mouse, smelling faintly of mint. Mila instinctively tightens her grip on Dandelion's gift as the flood of emotions escape her body. The two Gale kind watch in silence, trying to pierce the puzzle in front of them together. Kale is the first to make some form of realization, bringing a wind to her chin.
Miss, is it possible, by any chance, that your friend never knew how to write?
Mila hears the question, but can't even begin to form a word. Thankfully, Kale is able to intuit the same answer all the same.
I see. So that's the way of things.
Wait. Huh?
Kale's question proves just enough to give Rain the extra help she needs to reach the truth.
So Mila's best friend, who she did everything with. But I've never heard of anything like this happening before. Kale just told us it isn't possible. Only people have magic. And you need that to send mail. Dandelion would have had to. Oh!
The final piece slides neatly into place. Intentional or no, little Dandelion was given the gift of a tiny amount of magic, courtesy of the Earth's Foot's Earthfoot's magic embedded clothcraft and Mila's mother's handiwork. And when the time finally came for Dandelion to make proper use of that gift, she knew in her heart what she wanted to do. Though she was certain Mila would be sad, Dandelion hadn't the words to tell her how much she meant to her, and so, instead, her final act was a familiar one. Sharing her favorite toy with her favorite person, hoping it'd once again bring a smile to her face. Mila brings the plush close to her chest, holding onto it as if it were at risk of flying away. Grief, love, joy, loss. Mila's tears are aimless and show no signs of slowing. She chokes as she catches her breath, and Rain spots her opening. She closes in on her dearest friend, wrapping her wings around her in the closest a Galekind can manage to a hug. For the first time, the two are comfortable enough to cry together.
I'm deeply sorry for the severe clerical error our office has made and the trouble it has caused you. Nevertheless, it fills me with an abundance of joy to see your parcel safely delivered. I'll see to it that you make it to the ground floor whenever you're ready.
The head of the undeliverables readies for the door, though turns back briefly to address her subordinate.
Unfortunately, I can't go against protocol. I'll still need to report this incident to your grandmother.
Rain doesn't respond, nor does Gale wait for her to. Whatever may come of this will be an issue Rain can handle tomorrow, but for now, all that matters is the moment. She manages a smile as her tears continue to fall.
You did it, Mila! We did it! Thank you, Rain! Thank you, thank you, thank you! I owe you more thank yous than I could ever give. How about one more, and we'll call it even? Okay. One more.
Mila takes a moment, trying to hold back her tears just long enough to make this last thank you special.
Thank you, Rain. And farewell, Dandelion. Morning sun, chirp of birds, a gentle breeze. A
Far from the hustle and bustle of the capital of Alchemica lies a small coastal village by the name of Vitae. In the mornings, those who live near Earthfoot residences are awoken by the scent of fresh bread being baked and cloth being spun, magic imbued within every creation. Throughout the day, Seaborn work tirelessly, the hammering of nails and sawing of wood being telltale signs of their presence. Though few in number, you can seemingly find one just about anywhere you go. As the sun sinks low, the sparkbounds make themselves known, the quiet humming of their devices serving as a familiar ambiance as well as a promise that tomorrow will awaken to some new manner of convenience or innovation, though whether it'll last till the following sunset is always an uncertainty. However, on the far eastern outskirts of the village, there lies a place that has proven to be unusually noisy today, with a small crowd of residents and couriers alike engaging in small talk around a wooden stage. At the base of a gargantuan tree, climbing so high into the heavens that the clouds hide its canopy from view, lies Mortem Post, a modest little post office the Galekind call their home, and where a small ceremony is scheduled to take place today. Kale stayed true to her word. Rain's grandmother, the postmaster, was informed of her granddaughter's exploits, down to the last detail. How she immediately shirked her duty, leaving the front office almost as soon as she was to start her shift. How she brought in a guest into the inner workings of the post office, entirely unauthorized, and how she coerced said guest into digging through the letters of others. How she put the guest through unimaginable danger, climbing to heights of the tree that not many couriers reach. Mila's mother was told much the same. They were also told of Rain's unbending determination to do right by Mila, stopping at nothing to help a guest in need, going above and beyond what any courier should ever be expected to. How, despite the danger, she treated her with the utmost care and attention, matching her step for step and always putting Mila's welfare in front of her own. How she performed a miracle and became the first courier in Mortem Post's long history to deliver an undeliverable. The crowd hushed itself to a whisper, eventually falling to silence as Rain and her grandmother take to the stage. Rain reaches into her cloak, retrieving a simple envelope and passing it to her grandmother. The postmaster opens the lip, revealing the small vertical stamp held inside. With all of the care someone at her age can manage, she gently peels the back off. She ushers for Rain to bow slightly, and Rain obliges. She carefully finds a spot on her granddaughter's hat and pushes the stamp firmly onto it. When Rain lifts her head, she is officially recognized as a one-stamp courier. The crowd offers modest applause, with her numerous co-workers being notably louder than the rest. Even if she doesn't make much noise, Rain's proudest supporter stands front and center, smiling as wide as she's able. Rain meets her eyes and returns with a grin of her own. On its surface, this post office offers the opportunity for loved ones to say their final farewells, giving those who still walk with us the strength to keep pushing on. However, Mortem Post doesn't assist in the severing of connections. Instead, it stands as a testament to how unbreakable the bonds between us truly are, able to transcend the border of the before and after, a celebration of all who hold the love for others in their hearts. A place Rain is proud to call her home, and one Mila is forever thankful to. The end. What do we have in extras? Achievements. Bestow a gift to Mila. Find every possible outcome in Rain's room. Read all the short stories. Oh, there's the short stories. Oh, these are cute. But, oh, and then lore. My goodness. Got lore. But I got the most important one, and that's petting the pigeon. If you want to read these stories yourself, you gotta buy the game tomorrow. And let's see. Are Studio Elan's games on sale? They are, in fact, on discounted sale. I have been told that National Park Girls is quite good. I haven't played it myself, but maybe it's time. Does Avery know about this? I retweeted it, but I didn't like specifically share it in her Discord, but maybe I should just make a post about it. But this is also a very Avery game. But Studio Elan focuses on visual novels centered around girls' love, and I know that a not insignificant portion of my audience is into that, including myself, so definitely pick some up during the summer sale, and pick up Upwards Rain if you want to read these stories yourself. So I think with that, we'll go ahead and end this week of streams. So, for anyone not aware of how my schedule works, I'm a weirdo, and I run Thursdays to Mondays. So, excuse me. Next time, I will be live. Will be on Thursday. I'm gonna try and start stream in the afternoon, and then just I have the PS5 all day, so I'm going to it's gonna be a Death Stranding marathon if I can manage that, because we got Death Stranding to play. I gotta deliver stuff. We took a break helping out another bird deliver a package, but I gotta get back to delivering myself. So a huge thank you to Studio Elan for basically just for giving me a Steam key and telling me, hey, we want you to check this game out. And I said, that sounds like a great idea. So please be sure to support them. The store page for this particular game is linked up there, but also here is their store page on Steam if you'd like to check out some of their stuff. There are a couple free-to-play games, and then some of them are on pretty decent discounts, including up to 40%, so that's pretty good stuff. Play our bird game. Theo made a post specifically asking bird VTubers if they wanted to play this, and that they would reach out with free keys, anyone who did, so that's pretty cool of them. Yeah, thank you all very, very much for tuning in. Thank you very much to Art for the resub. Officially subscribed for 2 whole years. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe people have been giving me money for 2 years. That is hard to believe. And thank you so much to Aralea and Tiberius for the raids. Very much appreciate you two bringing your audiences to see me. Let's take a look. Who do we have streaming some stuff? Well, got a couple different choices here, but why don't I pass you on over to Varia Tori, a fellow bird who's playing some Cult of the Lamb. I don't know why I immediately went for the he. Sorry, Varia. I'm really bad at remembering. Oh, my Twitch audio is screwing up. Great, I hope that wasn't visible on stream. They did Upwards Rain yesterday, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, here's a raid message. I will be back here next time on Thursday. I try to post my schedules day of, although because my my schedules are just really screwy this month with just when I'm able to borrow the PS5, I haven't really committed to anything. But I'll do my best to post an actual schedule when we start, even if I don't know the exact times, just so everybody knows what's up. But there's our raid message. You can unlock these emails with your channel points if you're not subscribed. Otherwise, feel free to say something like Stroke or Raid, just let our raid target know that you're being supported. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will see you back here on Thursday for Death Stranding. Until then, have a very good weekend, and thank you all so much for tuning in. Okay, have a good night, everyone. Bye bye.